I'm Malcolm Van Delst, and this is an excerpt from Shiny Pretty Gothic, Book 3 in the Do the Wrong Thing series. Previously in Shiny Pretty Gothic, Ava flashed the crowd at Wally's hair show after she lost her starring role in it, tried to become a fashion model, and epiphanized that Beth and Pierre's circle of friends was not right for her. A note that this is the second time through the book. There are edits, but as I prep books for publishing, I'm not writing new material. This is the beginning of a chapter 8, called Gertrude Stein. Pierre knows the woman from the bagel cafe near our apartment, the waitress with the red curls and small, wire-rimmed glasses who makes me feel so happy looking at her. Her name is Michelle, he says as we sit having dinner there one night. I start hanging out at Bagel. It's open all night. I work up the courage to ask Michelle if she wants to have coffee. She comes to my house. She sits on a chair in the dining room. The window that looks out on our patio puts a skewed rectangle on the table in front of her, leaving her in a somber darkness. We drink red wine out of bottled green water glasses. Michelle's voice is soft, quiet, and slightly high-pitched. Like my childhood friend, the one I wasn't allowed to play with, Roxanne. She's chubby, like Roxanne. She has a small mouth, like Roxanne. Her eyes are hazel, though, and her hair, as I said, reddish-brown. Roxanne had blue eyes and black hair. Michelle is shy and timid, yet when she looks at me, her eyes sparkle like stars. Roxanne. Do my eyes sparkle? Even though I binge and puke my way to a 25-inch waistline, my face is full and round. Maybe it's bloating from my bread-based diet, or maybe it's merely the way I am. My hip bones protrude, but between them there's a slight rounding. To me, this means I am fat. Michelle and I manage to shape words. She lives a few blocks away with her boyfriend and 3 other guys. A white t-shirt, black narrow skirt, thin black leggings, and black evening gloves that disappear into the rolled-up sleeves of a man's black suit jacket. My hair pulled back in a tight, low ponytail. The only makeup I wear is the bright red lipstick. Why I'm dressed like a ghoulish lipstick-wearing editor, I have no idea. Maybe I'm trying to dress in black, but I don't want to go all the way. Maybe the lipstick has so weirded me out that my clothing choices have become weird too. It isn't even cold outside, it's summer. I don't need a jacket. I walk stiffly. I can't smile even when people look at me, which they do. Hello? The front door is open, but inside, a cave. Hi, Michelle calls from the back of a long hallway. I see her stand up in a greenish light. Come in. I walk past dark wood walls and dark wood doors to a pale green kitchen lit by a window on one side and a half-glassed open back door on the other. Michelle sits at the corner of a table in a room crammed with boxes partly obscured by blankets. You'd think they were in the process of moving in or out, but Michelle told me they'd been living here for about a year. On the table, a huge cage reaches almost to the ceiling. Inside, 2 rats scurry up and down staircases and platforms. One of the 3 kitchen chairs is lodged between the table and a wall. If I pull out the only available chair and sit, I'll block the path to the sink and fridge, back jammed against the kitchen counter. Hi, I say again from the doorway. Cool, I add, motioning to the rats. They're Manot's. Manot is Michelle's ex-boyfriend, now roommate. She told me about him before, explaining how she lives with her current or most recent ex-boyfriend, I'm not sure of the status, an ex and 2 other guys. Luke's got a snake and Rick a ferret, she adds. She looks at the available chair. Why don't we go sit up front? Do you want some wine? Sure. As we go back down the hallway, she tells me who is behind each door. Manot, Luke, Rick, Neil. In the front room, she opens heavy drapes to illuminate 2 armchairs, one gold velvet and the other purple brocade. The chairs face each other, so close that when we sit, our knees almost touch. I smile uncomfortably and look around. To my left, more cardboard boxes, somewhat tucked out of the way, and amateurish abstract paintings, done by someone who lives in the apartment, I presume, leaning against them. A Navajo blanket hangs from 3 plant hanger hooks in the ceiling. Behind it, a mattress on the floor beside another cardboard box with an alarm clock on it. A large painting, similar to the ones on the floor, this one with purple swirls and wavy yellow and green lines, stares down at me from the fireplace mantel. surrounded by rocks, gold filigree containers like the ones we sold in the East Indian shop, and melted candles. I'm not quite sure why Michelle and I persist. We have such difficulty talking, unless that is the reason we persist. Here is someone as timid as me, someone who might understand the fear that rises up again and again to engulf me. Do you want some tea? Michelle asks. I look at my wine. Sure. We go back to the kitchen. I pull out the only available chair and sit. Michelle's roommates. Neil, a tall blonde who works in his father's factory, smiles constantly but doesn't talk much. When he does, it's about numbers and finance. Luke, thin, short-haired, Quebecois, doesn't speak English. Manot's friend. Manot, Michelle's boyfriend before Rick. Arrogant, quiet, coolest in the house. He's an engineer in a sound studio. Owner of the Rats. Rick, Michelle's current or most recent ex-boyfriend. Mixed race, seems younger than Michelle but isn't. Wiry, thin, like a Gumby doll. Oh shit, I'm high. Can't talk, smile incessantly. Matt is across room. I can't look. His eyes are on me. I'm at a party at Marcella's. Marcella has lots of parties. Michelle is with me. Michelle is friends with Pierre, my least favorite roommate. There's something prissy about him. My vagina itches. How long before the yogurt works? Beth told me to dip a tampon in yogurt, then wear it. Yogurt will cure your yeast infection, she said. Blurp. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Has anyone... No one's looking. If anyone sees it, they'll think I'm diseased because it's all white and gooey. If I can find it before anyone notices, I can step on it. I look down. Oh, thank God. Harem pants. I'm wearing harem pants. In the bathroom, I collect the tampon from where it lays in the hammock of material at my knees. I'll never go without underwear again. At least not when I'm wearing a tampon. Freedom be damned. Matt and I will never get together. It's hopeless. He'll never leave Joanne. He's afraid of me. I wish I wasn't high. Joanne's birthday party. She leaves through the book. Thanks, she says, looking at me, bewildered. I turn away, feeling the awkwardness of my present. She took my starring role in Wally's hair show. Not that she got her way. No one got their way. It wasn't a cool cipher of a show like the performances Emmett is in. It was only us, walking down a runway while music played. She treats me like a thing if she interacts with me at all. I'm a baby and she's a worldly woman. She's stylish. I'm a 60s throwback, folk, student. She's haughty, like Emmett. I'm shy. She hates me. She hates my hair. She hates my clothes. She hates that Matt likes me. Of all the people to buy an expensive birthday present for. Why Joanne? I turn back to her, take in her deep-set, dark-shadowed eyes and beaked nose. She has a beaked nose. Let's not mince words. Why did I spend so much money on a book of Aubrey Beardsley illustrations for Joanne? When will I stop wanting everyone to like me?